What's up, guys? Bearded Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for February 3rd, 2024. And today, well, we have a little bit of spoiler information thanks to some of the community managers disclosing some of it a little bit on the early side. Were they supposed to? I don't know, but we do have some. Now, take this stuff with a grain of salt because the one community manager that is talking about stuff has had stuff wrong in the past, especially when talking about stuff almost a full week in advance from when something launches. So things can change, all these different things can happen, but let's go over what we do know so far from the spoilers we have seen. Hopefully it's a very hype event. I'm excited for it. Let's jump right into it. So as we know, next week we do have the Spring Festival, aka Chinese New Year, coming up, and it will also be a Valentine's Day event as well. Now in past years, like even last year when we took a look at it, those were two separate events because Chinese New Year is super early last year, around January 22nd, and then Valentine's Day was like February 14th, same as every single year. So they were stagnated. We're gonna get one kind of like super event, and it is gonna be a 2-week event. And we do have confirmation it is just heroic scrolls. There's not going to be like a profit orb event in the second week or anything. The second week is going to have maybe like a check-in type thing, but no new events on so what's the date there? This right here starts on 2/8/9. We won't have new events on 2/15/16. That will not be a thing, but we will have some bonus stuff. So let's take a look what those supposed previews actually are. So let's start it off with the first piece of news, something you actually saw in our video about the new Patricia hero earlier today. It does say we will have a new specific Chinese New Year skin, and this Chinese New Year event will be combined with Valentine's Day. Maybe that's why they kind of made this like roses and everything, so it's kind of like a combination of like Chinese New Year and Valentine's Day. It's kind of like a mix of both. So that's pretty cool. Of course, heroic scrolls are going to be the way you get rewards in this event. And it does also say there will be a festival skin purchase as well, which typically during Valentine's Day, we have the memory store or something similar to it pop up. This does mean we will be able to get festival skins during this event as well as part of the reward structure. Potentially also just gems. Like a lot of times this is like 20 to 50,000 gems just to buy skins. So if you're still looking for like some of these other skins, now typically the festival skins that show up here are going to be Valentine's Day ones, although we might see past Chinese New Year ones as well, simply because of the way this event is landing on both of these events. Really weird. It makes sense. So there was saying that there will be a gala during Chinese New Year. And I want to make sure, because there was a lot of confusion on Discord, this is a gala, not a session. There is a difference between a Soul Awakening Gala and a Soul Awakening Session. The Soul Awakening Session is the one that has the leaderboard, rewards you with B or B plus awakening crystals. This is not what it's supposed to be. Now, they did say it was probably going to be similar to what you see here. This is the typical bad gala where you have to like awaken the main hero. So in this case, it would be like awaken Patricia copies. I don't know if that's going to be real or not, and I don't know if it's just going to be a normal Soul Awakening Gala, but previously whenever a Transcendence hero came out, we had this really small stupid Soul Awakening Gala, only 60 points to get. But what it did say is this time will be more resources, but still will not have a stone. So I'm hoping what they do is they just turn it into a normal Soul Awakening Gala. However, as you guys saw previously last month, we had one that was ridiculous. What was it? It was actually it was in December, right? And I think it might have been leading up to the Christmas events, actually. I wonder if we actually have that information here. We might not. But basically what it was is it had a whole new tier of awakening stuff. I mean, you can see right here, even for last month here, when we had this hero, the Lord Sparkles, come out, it was, yeah, just nothing super great. So I'm not expecting much, to be honest. I'm really not expecting much from the Soul Awakening Gala. But the news was saying that, you know, there will be more resources. So I'm hoping it's not this really bare bones version of the event. Beyond that, they did say that the skin will be coming out, I believe, as part of a package. So last year we had the New Year relay. Last Valentine's Day, yeah, there we go, brain. We did have the skin in a package, so I don't know if we're going to be getting a relay again or a package. It seems like they're leaning more towards relays, because I feel like it gets people like spend a little bit, then they're like, well, it's just a little bit more to get this, and then it's just a little bit more to get this. So we'll have to see whether it's going to be a pack like last year's Valentine's Day or a New Year's relay like last year's Chinese New Year. Or maybe both. I don't know. We'll get the skin from one place or another. But the big news is that we will have a gala. I'm just not... Don't get hyped up for it. Trust me. I'm just don't get hyped for the gala. I know there's going to be news going around about a gala. Probably not going to be good. But yeah, the skin does sound like it's going to be coming from packages, and it will not be free to play. So the typical 50 to 70 to 100, if it's in a relay, most likely what it's going to cost. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. A little bit of early spoiler news for you guys on this Saturday. Guys, next time.